Well, Pep, here we are at West Hills again. Is everyone glad to get out on the pitches?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're all delighted to be able to be back on the grass and to be able to put some work for our players. And I think everyone is enjoying the fact that we finally are in the situation to slowly getting our football back. Yeah.
What has lockdown been like for the lads and yourself and the coaches? Everyone seems to be very professional. Everyone seems to have been very disciplined in doing all their individual work at home.
Yes, I think so. I said it before, all during this period. I think all the players made us proud on how professional they've been through this period. I see they came back on a very good shape. All of them. They've been working hard despite the circumstances, and they've been taking care of themselves with the food as well. And now we get back and start with the work, and it's a very good platform what they've done at home. And so from my position, I'm very happy that the players understood that, and the staff who's done a fantastic job through this period to keep on top of them and helping them and making sure that they were keeping their levels as good as possible, and for some have as well improved.
What has the mindset been like? Has it been a case of we really want to get back out there to play, or is it let's just finish the season?
No, I think I've seen an attitude of, and that's something that we all share at the club, that we want to get this season finished, and I think this 2020 has been a good year for us. We lost the 2 games, last one and against Reading, and we want to take it back from there. We were in a very good run, and we were confident to look up higher up the table, and we were in a position that helped us to do that, and we all want to get back to that and to try to finish the season as good as possible and on a high, and try to finish very, very strong, as much as we can. But we know that this will have an impact on the 9 remaining games. But our mentality and what I've seen in the players is that they're desperate to get back, and they are very ambitious in trying to get as many points on the table as possible.
What exactly can you concentrate on in these sessions here, the initial phase of return to training?
Basically, it's all physical, to try to translate all the work that they've done at home and they done individually, to try to translate it now in the grass, and we're working as well on a lot of a relationship between 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and little combinations, and getting that technique again, that feeling for the ball, and it's like a beginning week, like an introduction to put more work later. Especially we're waiting for when we are going to be able to do some group training, and then we will really feel that we're back to normal then. Yeah.
And what do you imagine that the games themselves will be like behind closed doors? We've all watched the Bundesliga. Have you noticed anything different in the football?
Yeah. I think the football is a lot different. I think it has an impact on the referee, because there's no stress or no pressure on those decisions, and has an impact on the players as well. The game physically is changed because we're coming from a period of non-playing, which is really long, is possibly longer than the break between seasons normally, and without having any contact with games or any friendlies, then we'll go into playing games, and that's what you've seen in the Bundesliga. Has an impact as well, because in the first games, anything can happen, because it's like getting back into a kind of pre-season type, but you're playing for points, so that's a feeling that you must control and you must reflect upon. And as well, it's going to be very important to be mindful that the physical element is going to be key in this, because we've seen an increase in injuries in the Bundesliga, and it's very important that we tweak the way we play as much as possible to be able to play and to conserve that energy and to avoid that risk injury in the beginning, because we will go from non-training or training individually to train normally, and then start playing games that are competitive. So we need to understand that will have an impact on the games, and it's very important to be focused from the beginning, from the first game, knowing that it kind of feels like a different tournament, but obviously we're picking up from the league, so we take all the positives that we are and all the mentality, but it's very important to understand that it's a 9-game league, new league kind of thing, and it's very important to try to get as many points as possible on those.
And in empty stadiums, how will that affect the players? Because it will be a very strange feeling.
Yeah, there's something that goes a little bit against us because we have more home games than away games for those remaining 9, and actually, what you might see, possibly you see that as well in the Bundesliga, that you might see there's no home factor in the results, you know, and you see more uneven, or even now it's obviously. It might be more possible in this situation to get points on the road than at home. So the home team doesn't really get favoured because you don't have the fans behind you and all the support. And I know that the players and all of us, we're gonna miss that a lot. But we are gonna be very professional. We're gonna fight despite of that and try to secure as many points as possible for our fans.
The Pep, we know football never stands still. There's been a few changes in personnel in the last few weeks. We've seen the news that Magoma, Ground, Stockdale, Keita won't be having their contracts renewed. The thoughts behind the decisions there?
Well, that's a decision that's been made by the club, and the club has communicated to the players. My opinion is to thank them for their efforts for the club, all the work that. And all this time that I work with them together in these years, I have a very good image of them, professionally, as players and as personal as well, and that will always be with me. I think in the name of the fans as well, I would like to thank their effort for the club and wish them the best and hope them to find a project that suits them and where they can be happy and play to the best for as long as they can.
And I guess that throws up opportunities for other people to make that step up.
Yes, of course, and we are prepared not only with the professional squad, but as well we included a few of the young lads from the 23s to be ready in case we need them, and to help them to keep developing and to fulfill as well some of the positions in case we're going to need it. But we treat it like a whole club, and that's very important for us all, like the fact of not leaving anyone behind when it comes to training and the ability to come here and perform and earn your right to play. So that's a little bit our plan to fulfill those spots, you know.
And just finally, Xavi Kharma has left the club by mutual consent. It was an agreed decision, and he's back in Spain looking after his family.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I speak to Xavi every day. I've been doing that for the whole year, and now even more after this, because he's facing a tough situation. I mean, this situation is tough for everyone, as we know, and family comes first, and we all know what we have at home, and sometimes we need to put things in perspective, and Xavi had to take this decision, regretting, you know, despite that he didn't like, he had to take it, and which he told me, and we spoke about it, and I agree as well, and I respect him for that, you know, and we'll see, the future will tell.